Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Sean Higgs coming at you on a little midday money. Here we go. Sunday, the 24th of September. Welcome on into the show, YouTube channel. Winner free picks. We got the poll up there. If you're interested in answering the poll question, I think Ray Reddington was first guy in here. Answered the poll. Sunday night. Raiders Steelers side total dog fave over under. What do you got for me? What do you got? Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Plays are posted. Give me a follow in the Twitter world. Podcast if you're on whatever. Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, wherever you listen. Come give me a follow there. Doesn't cost you. I think it's like in here. Hit the like button. What's the big deal? Come in, hit the like, thumbs up, thumbs down, notification bell. Very important though. Midday money. 7 days a week. Look headlines tonight at halftime. You don't want to miss the Look Headlines show. I just loaded up all the games for tonight, but I was going over what I said for, last week because I keep last week's picks in there, and I mentioned stuff. Say, why we do look headlines and take numbers on a Sunday when lines come out instead of waiting. And I'll just jump to Monday Night Football where I said, hey, Rams, it's down to 6.5. We got them at 7 on the sites. You should take the Rams. Yeah, how's that line at? How about taking Tampa Bay at a 6.5? Where's that line at here today? How about Dallas 10.5? Yeah, where's that line today? So, Seattle 4. How's that line today? So, I know people don't have money to bet long. I'm trying to help you do that to make money so you could bet. You could have more than a day's bankroll in your pocket. You don't have to worry about hitting your early game to bet your 4 o'clock game. NFL today, 11 games on the site for the actually Sunday, Monday. Let's get into a recap and talk about some stuff. Yesterday's actual time. Well, we got 2:44. I got to write it down because I put it in the podcast for those out there. College football will go 2-1 in the video, and it's funny because I hit Oklahoma in the video because when I did the line Saturday morning, it was a 13. That was one of my losers. Yes, I went 9-5 college football. That was a loser because I had 14.5 and won by 14. That's why lines matter. Kansas gets it done. Rice, you lose your quarterback. What are you going to do? College football 16-11 plus 370. There was no NFL post. Oh, the teaser did go down. 1-3 in our college football teasers, minus 170 there. So there is that. No baseball, no NFL yesterday, but we had that today. So we could talk about NFL and baseball today. We'll start baseball. 320 and 332. Going to probably be a losing year. I'm not going to say I'm going to go 20-0, and I don't have to go 20-0 because sometimes I take more dogs or plus money, whether it be a run line or whatever. But I'm not anticipating on 21-0. If we have a couple games, split out, shop a little. It'll be a losing baseball season for me personally. I said I was down about a dime. O's over today, 7.5 for the video. Baltimore and Cleveland. And this is going to come back. I know it's going to come back bite me in the butt because I didn't fade Bieber when he came back to taking over in that game. And here comes McKenzie off of an injured list himself. But Gibby's giving up some runs himself. Still, 7.5. Let's go over the total. NFL, I put these in last night, and I had to rechange when I was doing the lines this morning for Look at Lines because they all came down. Jets under was 36. It's a 35 now. Packers under 41.5. It was a 42. Dallas over 43.5. It was a 43. 3 totals for you in the video for today. And the teaser Tuesday play were Vikings plus 9, Titans plus 13.5, Seattle plus 3.5. There you have it. There you have it. Where else we got? Oh, yeah. We got to talk about Colorado. Got to make sure our guy T Money's okay. King D, Oregon, loses outright. Take some money line there. He was a Colorado backer, and of course our guy Glow. Hopefully, Glove's in here. He came in early yesterday, preaching. I mean, 42-0, and then they said, "You know what? We'll show you some class, Dion. We won't drop a 70 on you. We'll just beat you for a 42." You knew they were going to eat their doors off of them. They went down the field in 2 minutes to score, and then they were on a fake punt from their own 15-yard line. Because, as I said, uh, Colorado has no defense, zero defense. And this line next week, it was a 17.5 coming into yesterday. It's 27 today against USC. And my buddy Ant, Pound is in here, and we're talking this morning. He's like, "Oh, I don't know if I could trust that USC defense." I said, "I don't think it's going to matter because Oregon doesn't have a Heisman quarterback who's going to want to pad stats. So even laying 25-30, I don't mind because they'll drop 50-something. And Colorado, again, they do not have the horses. They do not have the horses. Let's get to the comments here. Ray Reddington, 2-1 soccer day yesterday. Chargers over against Minnesota. Good for the soccer. I put it up on the was it a podcast, right? Oh. Here he is. I'm not Fats in the house. Raiders, Texans, Seattle to get it done today. I don't know. I got nothing on that Raider game tonight against Pitt. I do not know what to think of either team right now. Texans. You like Houston in this spot here, huh? I mean, I would have liked a bigger number for starters. I don't want to be square and just think over in that game, but the defense is bad, and they just find ways to punch in scores late. They do. Houston, they somehow always have around 20 points. You're like, where the heck did this come from? So I don't hate it, but I'd rather have the opener at 9. And Seattle, I'm with you on. Obviously, I'd rather lay 3.5 versus Bryce Young than 6 versus Dalton. But Dalton, I mean, come on, he's not Young. Would at least maybe take off. Dalton's staying back there; he's going to get clobbered. So maybe that helps. Maybe it's an addition by subtraction, even though the line's higher. But Stephen Bowman's in the house. Good to see you, Steve. How are you? Michael B is in the house. Kindy, Higgs, nice win, Oregon. I'll be first. I was wrong. That happens. It's all right. It's all right. Mr. Hill's in the house. I'm the first like as always. There you go. Thank you for being the first like. Ricardo, good afternoon, Sean. What do you think about the Dolphins? I like the Dolphins today. And as much as I say a lot, Ricardo, I'm like, I see 6.5 openers. I'm like, oh man, all I hear is people say, oh, they just got to win by a touchdown to win. The Denver defense, to me, you're up 21-3, and you give up a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, a field goal in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Besides the fact you couldn't even get a first down to get off the field with 1.5 minutes left. They scored 1 minute and 47 seconds. They got the ball back and still kicked a field goal. Scored 14 points. Or 11 points. They had 3. They get 14 at the half. And then the first drive, Washington comes out, marches down the field. I think this defense has some problems for Denver. Lock it in with the king. I want to get everything I know in sports betting. Betting Colorado by the line. And listen, you and everybody else, he's going to put 100 on it. People are on the streets. Where's my guy Gallo? I don't want to call him out. He might be in the chat already. And this is, and you see so much crap. And this is the problem because, yeah, they were projected to win 5 games. He boots out 50 people, brings in a bunch of new guys. The win total comes down. Oh, it's prime. And I had TCU. I had TCU in the under because I thought, boy, I don't know if TCU's going to run the ball. They're a running team. They went for 7 yards a carry versus Colorado. I like the under. I was wrong on both counts. Again, you get touchdowns in the interceptions in the end zones. The hype on this team is the problem. And it's not Prime's fault. It's the media's fault. Oh, my goodness. Because it's one of their own guys. Where's the hype king D on Trent Dilfer? Where's the Trent Dilfer hype? Where's the Trent Dilfer hype? Oh, it's a personal attack on D, and the guy said they do it for clicks. Well, I mean, here's the problem with that because it's true. and they're going to get all upset. Oh, he's got receipts. Well, I mean, I like what he said. Get us now. Yeah, and that's what I said. Get him now because if he's going to get top recruits, it's going to take him a couple years. It's not a 1 year thing. It's not even a 2 year thing. I mean, they'll still lose 4 games next year. It'll take a little time. And is Dion going to be there to ride it all out? Is the question. He doesn't want his son. I mean, when you saw the video, King D, of him saying, "No, you're not going pro next year." His son's like, "What?" And he's like, "No, he wants his son to be the number one draft pick, and he's not the number one draft pick." You saw that yesterday. Guy threw 150 yards. You're down 40-0, and you throw for 150 yards. 42-0. Excuse me. No, the number one draft pick is come. He'll be playing in Colorado Saturday, but he's just on the visiting team, throwing for 6 touchdown passes. People are like, "Oh, this team's not supposed to be good." Well, we know that. That's why we're taking points and laying points against Colorado. There's nothing to do about Deion Sanders. It's a point spread. Groovy's in the house. Got all the Raiders -3. Devontae Adams 2 TDs. Yeah, I mean this line. This was a pick 'em. It's up to 3, and I'm not high on the Raiders at all. Groovy. I thought they were going to be like a 5-win team. So, but Pickett, is he taking a step back? Got some problems. For Pitt, Harris hasn't look good running back, right? Najee's out a lineman. I mean, maybe what's this kid? Jacobs tears it up. I'm not loving Pitt right now. Michael B's in us. 3-0 on UFC. I didn't put the names down in the description of the podcast. If you're any podcast people, but I did say UFC picks. I put them at, told them in the mark. David's in the house. Sean, morning. All over those Ducks. I'm home and hit these parlays on the premiums. There you go. Here we go. The parlays, Dave. I worry about the parlays. You got to go undefeated. It's tough going undefeated. Tough. Packers Saints under 42 myself. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I sort of liked it earlier. I'm like, Saints have a defense. Packer defense isn't bad. Questionable quarterback play from the Saints so far. And Love, as he's still a young guy learning. So, yeah. T-Money's in the house. Light day today. Yeah, it's light because you got no money in your pocket because you spent it all on Colorado. Steven, you go to small units and build a better brand call. Hawaii money line. Hold on. For small units on what? For baseball? What are we talking about, Steve? Hawaii money line -130. FSU winner. I had that under in Oregon. Winners. Hawaii got it done there against New Mexico. That was a spot there. Hawaii at home. New Mexico just beat the other New Mexico. Nice one. T-Money, I do lean the Vikings may take some TD props. Probably the way to go in that game. Michael says, mini today. A couple Minnesotas here over the Chargers. Green Bay. That line flipped. Who's out? I think one of the linemen's out for Green Bay. Lions, again, I got a bad number on the Lions. I just, I popped up. We're talking about last week's Look at Line show. It was a 4.5. It's come down to 3. I don't know if I could buy on a rookie, again, second-year rookie guy. Him, Love, Hal. As far as I'm concerned, they're rookie quarterbacks with barely a year under their belts. And Tampa. Well, we've talked about Tampa Bay. I don't know who's my favorite Look at Lines team, Tampa Bay or Green Bay. Groovy says Packers line defense will stop Taysom Hill from running. Packers win 20-19. I'll take the under there, Groovy. Yes. Stephen Bowman says Packers money line, Vikings parlay, only parlay. I don't hate it. I mean, you got 2 home teams to basically pick 'ems. Ray Reddington says Lion Falcons like the Lions. Ray, the Lions. Kevin says JETS Jets. Let's go. I mean, the line says take them, right? They're a little home dog. They got embarrassed last week. But what's the weather? I mean, we got swirling winds. Last I checked, we got some crazy winds up here in the Meadowlands in New Jersey here. And the other day I did a show with Lenny. I'm like, I kind of like the over here because I got good defenses, maybe questionable quarterback play, some fumbles, blah, blah. But now all of a sudden I'm in a spot where it's bad weather, less passing if it's windy. I mean, this just screams to me 16-6, Lauren's in the house. Good day. Today I like the pack. Yes. Titans. Yes. Lock it over 4.5 receptions. I can do a little Tyler Lockett there. Go for it. And the Colts. Yeah. We got Minshew. Is it Minshew Mania today? Wesley Prince is in the house. Pats Nation. I do like the Pats today, Wes. I do. I just think better coach. I think the defense is the Jets defense better. Yeah, but I think Wilson versus a good defense, which the Patriots have, kind of offsets as good as the Jets defense is. I got a little better offense. I think the defenses are a wash based on the quarterback play for the Jets. I think I got a better coach. Add into that, I'm going to have bad weather to boot. I mean, Cook led the league in fumbles last year. He fumbled last week. He can't fumble today in the rain. He doesn't got a waterproof sack to put the ball in. Groovy says, Raymond, wide receiver. Amon St. Brown got a messed up toe. Montgomery now playing. Lions win in a close game. I know Monty's out. Toe, I get it. The old turf toe. T-Money, Colorado cover next week. It's a lock. They got the pen, but onto the NFL. It's an ugly gross card. Here we go. It's a lock. Lock. Who said Marshall by $1 million yesterday? They held on to win. 30 seconds left. Virginia Tech couldn't punch it in the end zone. Couldn't punch it in late. Let's see. Oh, people. All right. Groovy Cap says over. Or excuse me. Ray says to Groovy Cap's Lions Falcon games. Do it just so you like the over there. T-Money. Maybe Dolphins first half. I can do that. The Denver defense got some problems. Seattle defense is decimated. You're taking Andy Dalton. All right. Ray says Lions game seems to go over. Yeah. If you think it's that easy, take the under. It's going to be close to total for the Lions game, 46.5. I agree. I'd lean under. T-Money, Glow probably has a hangover from the game. I mean, here's the thing. And I'm saying the same thing next week. I think USC beats them by 30 plus. It's not close. It is what it is. No, this isn't, again, it's not an indictment to Dion. He's got to get players in here. He doesn't have players. You're going to talk all that. Please come in. Please come in. Take your lumps. It's not even lumps. It's just like, I'm not gloating. I told you. Exactly played out exactly how I thought it would happen. Groovy. Ray, I see 3 field goals and 1 touchdowns for the Falcons. And the Lions scored 31 points. I'm staying away. 3 field goals and a touchdown. So you're saying you should roll Koo out there as your field goal kicker today in fantasy, Groovy. Pass. It's okay to pass on a game, Ray. You don't got to bet all of them. King D says, my OG told me you ride the wave in sports banks. Sometimes in certain teams you were catching a fallen knife. I mean, you're playing disaster since week 1. All right, week 1, you want to take a shot with him on money line? I'll even understand that. And maybe I should have been like, you know what? I'll take a shot on there. Who knows? But after that, after you saw that game and they pulled out a win versus a team that's rebuilding just as much as they are. I mean, honestly. They gave up 35 points a game last year. Their TCU defense. And you lost 7 or 8 guys off that score. Like, what did you see that thought, hi, I'm going to compete with a perennial top 10 team? What would week 1? I get it. Buy the hype. Big upset win. You barely hold on, but you won. And then off of a huge comeback, you're running. Everybody's running a bet mid Tennessee yesterday because of the Colorado State game, and you're running to bet them off of that game where they lose their best player. Come on, man, Michael. I'm a huge Raiders fan. I would not bet the Raiders today. I can't believe they're favored. This is your show, but NFL Sunday. Yeah, it's NFL Sunday, baby. That's why I put the little NFL thing on there, as opposed to the midday morning. Hold on, maybe get some more people in here. Find NFL, come in. Dave said, good afternoon, Higgs. My best bet's Raiders money line. Here we go. 3-team parlay, Dallas, Eagles, Detroit. Wow. That's either going to go 3-0 or 1-2. Raiders, money line. What makes you love the Raiders, Dave? Please tell me. I have nothing. I don't have a side. I don't have a total. I'm on the other side. Packers over. You like the over that game, huh? Dave says his top 10 star pick is on Dallas all over the Cowboys today versus the Cardinals. I mean, listen, Cardinals have lost what? 7, 8, 9 in a row? I think 6 in a row at home. They're not playing well. Did you get a good number, Dave? I hope you don't have like the 13 spot or 12. I mean, listen, should Dallas win this game? I know Diggs is out. And like, oh my goodness. I mean, I like the over with that just because Dallas's offense should be able to put some points up on this team. And we haven't seen Dallas offense really score. You get gifted some turnovers and you don't really have to work for anything. I want to see them work and put up some points. I want to see if this offense is capable. Dave says I hit a big first half. Yes, Oregon Ducks. Yes. First half. That was like a first quarter winner right there. Steven says small units to be able to play football for Sunday's weekend. I got you. Yeah. I know. And one, forget about it's not like I'm max betting on a Saturday for the week ahead of time in football. I don't do that. I grind. I grind out. I'm not the guy betting 200 grand a game. Like I ran into people. I don't know. I bet 200. I'm one person. 200 grand a game. No, it's like my whole bankroll for NFL. I'm not putting that on one game. You should be able, if you can't have whatever your bet is, $5, 10, whatever your average bet is. Could be $5, could be 500, could be 5,000. I mean, I had jokers come in here said they're doing $7,000 parlays. Okay, but you got money to bet a week out. Just even if it's one game. If it's just one game that you could get a good line on. Let's see. Trevor Lawrence throwing interceptions today, plus 120. Who probably putting up in the air. Texans secondary, though, is. I mean, I don't hate it. If it's plus 120, is it worth it? I guess it. I mean, I'm not a huge Lawrence guy. I mean, I said I think I remember correctly, I said take the Titans to win the South. Richard, Titans money line. There you go. Falcons money line, Dolphins. Not loving the Falcons. Tough taking young quarterbacks on the road for their first starts. Dano, welcome. Just tuned in. Got Packers -1 now. See, it's +2. I'm missing. I think the lineman's out. I don't think Watson and wide receiver is playing either. Still like the Pack, though. Dano's a premium member. And as is Steven back here, I should have mentioned. Just a shout out to the premium crew. It's $4.99. I was doing a show Picks for Dave the other day, and somebody's like, "Oh, we're talking about subscribers and stuff." Somebody's like, "Oh, times are tough." I'm thinking to myself, $4.99. I give out like probably 40 picks a month on the show for $4.99. I mean, $4.99. What's your average bet? 5 cents? When was it my channel getting a fight with a guy? Moneyline Markel. I'm on the Cowboys first half. Why wouldn't you be? There you go. I mean, I hate to say it's like a public play, but it makes sense. What do you see at the Cardinals? I mean, what was that Giants game last week? I mean, you saw the Giants on Thursday night look pathetic. Did they just come in thinking we're going to win? And I was on the Giants. I was like, what a great spot. I got a good coach, embarrassed. I got a bad team that barely beat another young quarterback. Dallas should be up. This game should be like 20. I would say at least 20-0. 21, not 24. Maybe Arizona punches something in. Maybe they get 6-3. Take the Cowboys first half. Ray Reddington has 3 players out for the Packers. Yeah, I know the lineman's out, and I think Watson wasn't going to play either. Doggies today. I like the Titans as a dog today. Like the Titans. I mean, Washington line's coming down. Probably like Washington a little bit there. Did a big 6 unit play. I say under 52.5 Michigan State. Maryland. Michigan State just got again, no defense for Michigan State. And they can't score either. They're a bad team. Lost Clemson money line now. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to say Florida State never in doubt, especially when Clemson has a chance to win it. But much like Colorado State, you're playing not to lose. We're gonna kick a field goal and that'll be it. Yeah, and then what happens? That's a rough one, man. Should have been a winner for you. Should have been a win. Clemson, that spot, you're on the right side. You have a win in your pocket. It's a winner for you. That's a win. And that's coming from somebody who said, I got Florida State. But that's the way it rolls, man. Sometimes you catch them. That's the difference between like a 55% year and all of a sudden you're at like 61. You catch all those. They turn into Vikings winning 13 games, or TCU last year going to championship game, and you catch those breaks. Michael B., my biggest worry is here. Do I start Ramadre against the Jets in a game where the total is 35, or I saw Josh Kelly, the Chargers, a game in total 54? I don't even know who these guys are. What are we talking about here? Who are these cats? Mike, I don't even know. They're not on the Ron Mexico team. Ray, the whole chat's on the Packers. Not good. I'm hoping, Ray, that's because I've been hyping up the Packers. I've hyped up Tampa and Green Bay since August. So, what do you think about the over Cardinals? I like it, Mike. It's right here. Mike, it's here in the chat. Right here in the chat. We got over Dallas. Moneyline Markel likes the under Jet game. I don't disagree with that. I have it here too in the video. Team Money says Syracuse moneyline versus Clemson seems too obvious, so I'll take it. I know. What was it 9 points? I want to take Syracuse in the 9. I don't know. I'm going to take a money line. I'm going to take 9 points though. Moneyline Markel is also on Dolphins first half. I get it. Denver bad. Solo's in house. Finally had a parlay. Let's make it 2 days in a row. Dolphins under. Bills at Seattle. That Bills a loser. So I'll get that out of there. Anything else but that Bills game. Don't fall for the Bills. They have 5 minutes. It was a 6.5. It's come down a whole point. And again, Washington is. I can't bet on Josh Allen on the road. Michael B. Thoughts on Bills? Commies game. Whole world's betting the Bills, but the Lions drop 5. I know. I get it. We like Washington. I thought I put Washington in the YouTube premiums. I guess I didn't. If you're on the YouTube Premium, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games in YouTube Premium, and I added games for next weekend already. And for I said I was going to put some stuff in there for the week ahead of time. So you actually have Week 4 NFL up on Premium YouTube for $4.99. Ray says glows in hiding. Winning wager. Good morning. I like the Ravens -7 today. I initially liked it. I was like, I like, Baltimore here. Now we got right. Is quarterback wise, is it officially Minshew? I don't know if I want to lay 7. Now it's coming down. As weird as that sounds, like 7.5, 8. I'm like, I'll take Faves in that spot. Like I'm like, I don't mind that when it starts coming down, because I know it's not the public, and I know it's not. That's the sharper smart money coming in on that. So now I'm kind of torn on that game. Maybe maybe the Colts hang tough now. To me, it's a no-go. I have nothing on that game. No side, no total, and I got a bunch of games. I got 11 of them this weekend. Well, 9 today, 2 on Monday. Lauren, off topic of Orioles totals at 7. It does seem low, and I'm thinking maybe it's because McKenzie was pitching good in the minors. I'm just taking over because Gibson to me is a guy who gives up runs. He'll give up 3 runs, and the O's should be able to hit a guy. And I said this a lot of times, Lauren, when I see guys coming off the injured list, rehab assignments, whatever, I automatically kind of fade them. Money lines, especially when they're favored, or just grab an over. Do kind of like both there. Thinking at worst, you kind of split out on something because one, no matter how good they're pitching, they're not going far. They're just off an injury. Think they're going to let this guy go 8 innings? He's going to go 4 or 5 innings. He'll be on a pitch count, 70 pitches. So then I get a bad bullpen. Most teams bullpen high last week of September, It's a bad bullpen. I'll go over to 7.5. Lauren, oh boy, Ray. Got to drop an easy over, huh? Ray's killing us. Ray just dogged us out here. Ray, easy over BLT. Oh my goodness gracious. Randy says I bet the Lions money line. I don't hate it. Solo says Packers under. He's got the lockout. I do like the Packers under. I don't like to lock them up though, Solo. Packers in the house. Welcome, Packer. Good to see you. Packers dogs out. Yep, that's what happens. You lose a couple guys. Flips. I'm not so. Are you sold? I'm not sold on the Saints team. The Saints aren't even home in the dome. They're outside. Dome team playing out on the grass. Automatic fade anyway for me. Carr hasn't looked good. The defense looked all right. You know what? I like Love. Forget about it. Green Bay. Green Bay all day and twice on Sunday. Ray, give me a 2 TD parlay. Yeah, +1 for the. I don't know. Somebody roll up a player prop for my guy Ray. 2 TDs today. 2 TDs. I mean, I want to say, is Kelsey playing? I go 2 TDs him against the Bears. Pick somebody on Kansas City to score 2 TDs. Lock it up to King Higgs. That one was one of those hold your nose play and put the honey bun down on it. Come on, 6. Yeah, I get it, but not in that spot. No way. I mean, you'll have another spot to go if you want to take them as a dog somewhere. I mean, they're going to be. I know it's going to be shocking to some people. Not you, King. I'm just being silly here to talk about it. It's gonna shock people that Colorado's an underdog. You know, like, oh my goodness, they're 25-point underdogs this week against USC. So next week, Arizona State, home versus Stanford. Maybe at UCLA, you might be able to catch them as a small little dog. Home against Oregon State. There might be a dog against Oregon State at home. Arizona at home. Who knows? At Washington State, there'll be a dog. At Utah, they're definitely going to be a dog. You can find another spot. David says I got that Dallas -13. I don't care if it's 17. I agree with you. Ice T guy. Is Baltimore run D stout? I mean, Baltimore is always a decent defense. That being said, though, it's not like, I mean, I like the Colts to start this year. I thought I was going to have Gardner Minshew. I thought I had Jonathan Taylor. I got a healthy offensive line. I'm thinking good things from this team. Nobody's giving him a shot. They put a rookie in there. He hasn't looked bad. You think they're just going to run the ball here, though? I think if it's a Minshew day, we're going to get some more passing. I mean, in stat run defenses, this early in the season, Ice. I look at who they played. Right? Let's pull up their 2 games already. You get onto a team. You played the Texans. You knew they're going to kind of run the ball, take pressure off their rookie quarterback. Is that really a good standing of a game when you play a rookie quarterback on the road at home and you're a 10-point fave? You know, you shut him down. You knew he was going to run the ball. And again, they were down early. Hi, we got to start passing. I mean, they actually passed pretty good. You know, he was 28 to 44. I mean, rushing attempts 11-7. I'm not counting Stroud running the ball. I mean, they had 19 running attempts for 50 yards. Like, that's pretty good. But if you're already down in the game, you know, that is for me right now, grain of salt kind of stuff. Like, all right, well, you played this game. Like now I think the Browns have a good defense. Regardless, they played in the rain against Cincy, banged up team, look good. Steelers, they look good, even though that's a banged up offense. I think that's a good defense. The Cowboys, I think, have a good defense. I think the Niners have a good defense. Am I going to put Baltimore in that defensive? No, they're okay. They're not stout. Good looking child say Flowers over. Who's Zay Flowers? For touchdowns? What are we looking at? What prop here? Good looking. Ray says some Canadian guy just bet 2K on the Vikings. It's all right. What Canadian guy? Getting wild to Terry? He's a Viking fan. T-Money, Sean, I'm in a Facebook group of guys in my little area, and all they post are 10-team parlays taken minus 500. Squeak joke, but they're all serious. It's pathetic. And again, I see, like, sometimes I'll get, like, some random followers on, like, Instagram or something, and I don't post a lot on Instagram. It's more like family stuff if I'm on vacation or, whatever. But, like, I guess they find you because I've posted stuff when I'm in Vegas or at the fan cave. And you see, like, their crazy parlays they put up. I don't know. I can't, and I say this too, money. Can you win 10 teamers like that? 5 teamers, a bunch of money line faves. I just don't get it. To me, and not that I haven't done it. Hey, I'll take a crazy 5 or 6 team teaser plus a couple points and $100 to win whatever 400 or some nonsense. I understand the fun of doing that. But that kind of stuff, like I say in here, like if you came in here and I'm saying, hey, we're taking, oh, here's my whale go play. We're taking a Cowboys money line today. Who's taking that seriously? If you're a sports bettor, I mean, if I just have in let's pull up some Major League Baseball today. Who's minus 280 or more? You know, hey, we'll take the Braves in both games today minus 200. The Astros are minus 260, Cubs minus 240, Mini minus 240, Padres minus 230. The list goes. I can't. That's not right to do. And I know guys, hey, if it's 220 and you think it should be 270, bet it. If it's 150, it should be, and I do 150, I can understand. It gets to those crazy numbers. I can't. I don't, not that I don't respect it. I'm just going to roll my eyes out. Be like, all right, man. I don't know. Maybe because for 30 years I could just I try to outthink and be like, well, I'm going to beat you with just dogs and run lines, and I'm having a losing year doing that this year. It's all right. It is what it is, T-Money. It is what it is. Panger Life says Vikings today. Jefferson anytime TD. Addison over receiving yards. I like it, Panger. What are the odds? Free minds in the house, my guy. What do you say, my mafia brother? What do you got going on? New England. I like it. Take it. Kevin, any thoughts on Casey and the Bears game? You won with the Titans last week. Yes, we did win with the Titans last week. Thank you for reminding me we had a winner. I think this game, believe it or not, I think this is a blowout. We haven't seen much of KC offense. Why do I think KC shows up today and it's like 40 to like 14? The Bears are trash. I said the last 2 weeks. I mean, I had Green Bay as an underdog, plus money. I had Tampa Bay. They were a home dog 2 weeks ago. Green Bay against Tampa Bay against the Bears. Bears lost 11 straight. They're being favored over teams. No. Panger says A anytime TD, no OBJ. What is the odds? I need some odds on that. I mean, he should score, yes, but is it a little plus money? What do we got going on here? Lock it up to King. Exactly. Gotta love sports betting. Yeah, you do. You do. Marcos, my guy, what to say? Hit the like button for you and for who's that? Who's the O for? Mr. Nika. Where is Mr. Nika? Tony K, top dog himself. Tony, I see he's doing some videos. Vegas top dog himself. Tony K, give him a follow. He does videos. I saw him. You were with Kiev the other day? I saw you with. Did you do a video with Kiev? Or Jesse Shule? You were with Jesse Shule. F and Bob. Your call New York game was spot on. Yes, it was. Thank you, Bob. I mean, I don't want to be like thump my chest out like, hey, look at this, because I thought in week 1 they didn't have much of defense or depth. Week 2, the same thing. Week 3, so it all came to fruition like a zit popping yesterday. I mean, the perfect storm. But it's gonna be like that next week. And it's again, Colorado fans, the team's going to be good in a couple years. You're welcome. Any NFL locks? Here we go. Here we go. Nick's coming in with jokes today. He's got jokes. Well, these are games I like. I like the Jets under 35, Packers under 41.5, and Dallas over 43.5. That's it. Mike says, Ron Mexico team is set. Unfortunately, a lack of running backs is forced me to start Rashawn Johnson, the Bears backup. But if the Chiefs blow out the Bears, I think he gets some work in garbage time. Yes. That's what we're hoping for. Todd and Samantha Fox, my guy. How are you? Watch State Oregon was beautiful. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Royals out of money line today, Matt. I thought about doing. I said this with Cole Raggett's pitch the other day. I'm like, I sort of want to take the Royals today. Royals in the over. I just want to do Royals in the over. You want to take them? Fly away. Go ahead. Fire. But again, I do the over with it too. Worst case is split a little. I don't think they'll both go down. Because Hunter Brown, again, this is my problem with the Stros. Him, France, you're at like maxed innings. Your bullpen was everybody's at 50 innings in like June and July. All right, you brought Verlander, and he hasn't been all that great for you. Give me the over. Give me the over as well. Earl says dogs today: Panthers, Commies, Broncos, Jets, and Cardinals. Earl's he's just going right out. But I'm just going to fade the public here. I'll take Carolina on the road with the Red Rocket. I'll take Commies. I'm with you on. Denver, I understand. 0-2 look bad. The Jets, that's a homer pick for you in Arizona. I mean, now we've had two games for teams to kind of get a feel of the Arizona offense. And would you just take the second half diagram laid out by the Giants to stymie this team? I mean, they're getting 13, but how many are they scoring here? Do you think they score 13 and Dallas doesn't score 30? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many points do you think they score? Dallas is giving up 20 points. Are they giving up 20 to this team? Are they giving up 16, 17 to this team? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's... Todd says, Jets, Miami. Oh, hold on. Miami -6, Jets +3. Money line, Jets +3 money line. Tennessee +3, Minnesota, pick on Washington. Washington, yes. Minnesota, I like Tennessee. Jets, I'm not loving. I like Miami. Michael B. TD, Jefferson, and Bijan will be a square one, or take Addison and Walker. Yes, well, I mean, what does it pay, though? I need some odds because I don't do those player prop stuff. And I just feel, and again, guys, crush it in here. I mean, who was the cat who was coming here with the hit props a while ago? I forgot who it was. It's probably in a Caribbean and on a yacht right now. He's just cashing every kind of like 3-player hit prop. I don't really get into these simply because I'm a spread and total guy. And if I start cheering for a touchdown, I just want this one guy to score on this team, but I don't need the team to score this many. I'm not doing it. That's not what I do. Not what I do. Daniel's in the house, premium guy, Circumcision TV. I love it. Daniel, thanks for joining. Colorado backers are bankrupt now. Seriously. I mean, 2 weeks in a row. Todd says, what's with Denver, Carolina? Wilson stinks. Denver stinks. Can't take Denver. Week 1, they open with an onside kick. I like it. Balls at play. Let's go for it. Sure. You're still up 16-10, and you can't punch anything in. You end up losing that one. Terrible. And then last week, forget about it. You're up 21-3. Washington on the road, they look terrible at home. Terrible at home. Worst. Whatever. We'll talk about the Arizona Giants, Redskins this game. A minute and 47 seconds, you give it a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. Again, minute and 47 seconds, you can't get a first down. They come down and get another field goal, get the kickoff, come down and score on you again. Where's the defense? 35 points you allowed? Forget about Wilson. You got some defensive problems there. Good looking child, says that was for yards on his prop up here. Zay Flowers over yards. What is it? What's the number? I need a number. I mean, need a number. Kevin, off topic. Who's your guy? Cosell, Jimmy the Greek, or Marv Albert? I mean, these guys are all. Kevin, how old do you think I am, bro? Howard Cosell. I mean, I vaguely remember Jimmy the Greek, and Marv Albert was he was like the NBA guy for me. Yes, doing Knick games. I mean, Howard Cosell. I was 6 years old in 1980, bro. Come on. Ray Redden, cool bet. You can see what people bet, how much you bet. The fellow was from Canada and two Canada Vikings. All right, cool bet. I got to check that out. Michael B. I just learned that Kendrick Miller is starting for the Saints. We were going hard in the paint and starting him for Ron Mexico. It's a gamble. This is how you win and lose weeks. You're the boss. Go for it. Throw him in there. Jesse and Kevin Thomas, yes. Saw you with Jesse Shule. Like it King says, half unit on a Colts money line and sprinkle -3 for +4. Colts to win by 3. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, King D. Talk about the homer play. Stop it. Shout out Kings in the house. I'll shout you out. Travis Etienne over 67.5 yards. I like it. Kenneth Walker 64.5 rushing yards. I don't hate it there. Okay. Amari Cooper receiving yards. The Cooper receiving yards. See, I think there's going to be a little defensive battle there. I don't know about that one. The other ones I could get behind. First two, yes. Amari, no. And he might be a little banged up, too. Shout out King. Commies, yes. Lions, okay. Money line. Over Chargers, Vikings. Everybody's on that one. That worries me. Like, I mean, it was at 51, too. So it wasn't 54. I get it, right? Bad defenses. And you look at the Chargers. Chargers have yet to turn the ball over this year. 0-2, losing in overtime, losing in the last minutes. Vikings 0-2 because they're turning the ball over like crazy. 4 turnovers within like the 25-yard line or something like that. Terrible. And the Browns money line versus 10. That one I don't really hate too much. Chris, Browns 3 blowout. Here we go. Chris. Browns blowout. That's not as bad as the lock, Chris, but it gets the pen out. Kev says Tottenham Fox circa ruined. Sierra, right? Sakira, who's he married to? She ruined him. I'm like, circa. What the circa doing? Michael B. Someone asked for an anytime TD parlay. I provide. I do not parlay things much like anytime TDs. I agree. Ray says, good luck. See you on Tuesday. All right. Tuesday it is, Ray. Have a good one. I knew what you meant. I thought you just put the ooze in there for Taco Tuesday. Jets under for me, 35. Packers under 41.5. Dallas over 43.5 for the video. Teaser Tuesday, Vikings +9, Titans +13.5, and Seattle +3.5. Let's see what's going on in these line moves here. Chargers I see a 1 here. Cleveland 3.5 for not much movement. Totals down. Jags are 7.5. Jets are 2.5. I see New Orleans at 1. That's the injury news there. Miami's holding steady at 6. Buffalo at 5. Atlanta's a 3.5. Some threes, actually, probably a 3 -120. Ravens 7.5. Seattle's a 5. Dallas at 12.5. KC at 12.5. I thought that game would go to 14 or so. Hasn't really moved. I can't believe Vegas is a 3-point fave. Wow. Wow. Michael B, have a good one. Tony K says a rare 3-team round robin. Saints, Browns, Steelers. Here we go. 3-team parlay from Mr. Tony K, the Vegas top dog himself. Saints, Browns, and the Steelers. Shadow King, I like your Packers Saints under 41 pick. Yeah, I like it a little more now. We got a couple injuries, but listen, Saints have a defense. Green Bay has a defense, believe it or not. And I got some shoddy quarterback play out of New Orleans, and I still have a young quarterback in Green Bay. So let's go under. And the funny thing is this Green Bay one, it was like I put in there this morning. I had to rechange it. Oh boy, look at this. We got Wow, I haven't had a spammer in quite a while. Have not had a spam bot in a bit. I must be big time. I must be big time. I used to get all the those little crazy sex bots in here, but I don't know. I guess my channel's getting picked up. Excellent. Wonderful. Look at that. Whatever. I blocked it. Got the block out. One man block. All right. Listen. Halftime tonight. Look at line show. You don't want to miss a look at line show. You come in, look at a line show, and I tell you things like, "Hey, why don't you take I don't know, where's some good little line moves we got last week here? Oh, how about this from look at lines last week? How about you take Tampa Bay at 6.5? Lines come down. How about this is a really good one here? Take the Rams at 6.5, 7. How'd that work out for everybody? Halftime tonight. Be here or be square or just stand. I don't know. What else are you doing on halftime? It's halftime. Come in and say hello. I'm out of here. Happy Sunday.